Okay, so welcome to our spring cleaning, clean out your body, get rid of the toxin event. We're going to learn a little bit more about the missing link to stepping into the healthiest life ever, and to also helping us trim our bodies up, get lean and stronger, and looking and feeling better. So spring is finally upon us. After last week's really cold weather and the snow we've been getting, we're starting to get into spring weather, and we're starting to think about spring cleaning. So when I say spring cleaning, what do you think of? What's that? Housework. Housework? Okay. And why do we do spring cleaning? Why do we clean our house at this time of year? Make us feel better. To get rid of the junk and crud that's accumulated over the winter months, right? And after you've done your spring cleaning, how does it feel? It feels great. And how's your house look? It looks great. Okay, so your house looks great and you feel great about it. Have you ever thought about spring cleaning your body? Getting rid of the junk and crud inside your body? A lot of us haven't thought of that. We've heard of nutritional cleansing. Okay, put up your hands if you've heard of nutritional cleansing. Okay, so everyone's heard about that. It's like spring cleaning. It's a chance for us to clean our bodies on the inside. And just like cleaning your house, getting rid of the grime and crud and junk that's accumulated, you can get rid of that inside your body. And guess what? You're going to look and feel great when you do that. Okay? I'm not used to technology, so I've got a clicker, and I'm being videotaped, so it's kind of fun. Hi. I hope I look good. So we're going to talk about nutritional cleansing with Isagenix products. Now, when I say nutritional cleansing, what comes to mind? A lot of people say sitting on the toilet for a couple of days straight. Does that come to mind? Yeah? Anything else come to mind when you think of nutritional cleansing? A lot of people think starvation and fasting. Okay? Yep, people are nodding in agreement. The type of nutritional cleansing that I'm going to share with you is a program that I researched for a very long time because I have believed in the concept of cleaning out our internal body. We always clean the outside of our bodies, but we don't clean the inside. And some products are really hard to follow because we're starved, we have no energy, and we're on the toilet forever. So a program like that I can't bring to you because then you wouldn't be going back into Dr. Brent's office anymore, or Dr. Dan or Dr. Frank's office. You'd be saying, whatever you did, I don't want to have anything to do with that again. So I found a program that's really easy to follow, and you're not on the toilet, and it's a total body cleanse. It cleanses at a cellular level, and we're going to learn more about a program that could actually help you step into the healthiest life ever. So before we talk about cleaning our bodies, I want to talk a bit about filters, because we're really talking about cleaning the filters inside of our body. So let's talk a bit about filters right now. We live in a world that we clean the filters in all the time. So our furnaces, for example, we know to clean the air filter in our furnace, because if we don't, what do you think happens to the quality of our air? Dusty, goes down, harder to breathe. If you have anyone with asthma, it's very, very difficult for them actually to breathe normally. And when you take out the filter in your furnace to clean it, what does it look like? Dirty. It's filled with crud, junk and crud, right? And so when you put your new filter in, you're also going to increase the life of your furnace. Make sense? Do you know that your furnace can actually break down if you don't clean that filter? Put up your hands if you know that to be true. Okay, some of you may have experienced that as well. Then there's the oil lubricant filter. That's another type of filter system that we know that we need to clean. And there's a couple of guys in the audience, so I usually like to get some interaction with some of the gentlemen in the audience because they're probably more diligent with cleaning the oil in their car. Why do we need to do that? Why do we need to change the oil in our car? I'm looking at you. Keeps the engine running good. Because the oil is kind of like the lifeline. It's like the blood of the car. And if you've got your oil that's breaking down and it's running through your engine, what's going to happen to your car? It's not going to last as long. Okay, you're not going to get the performance that you're looking for. Now, the docs at the clinic, they're always talking about being on the cruise ship or the nursing home. Okay, when your body performs well, you can join us on the cruise ship. If you want to stay out of the nursing home, then you need to make sure that you're going to help your body to perform at its best. Agreed? Okay, so we know that we need to take care of the filter systems in the world around us. We bathe ourselves on the outside, but no one's ever really told us that we had to clean ourselves on the inside. But we really do need to scrub the inside of our body and clean up the inside of our body as well. Because our filter systems are bombarded with chemicals, toxins, pollutants. And we really need to address this point. It's something that we're starting to learn more and more about, and it makes more sense to us when we do a little bit of research, because we know that we have increasing amounts of chemicals, pollutants, toxins in the air that we breathe, in the water that we drink, and in the food that we eat. Okay, so let's talk about our air. We have 2.4 billion pounds of air pollution being dumped into our air. That's a lot. Back in the days when Adam and Eve were living in the Garden of Eden, it was pure quality air. So when God made us, He made us with bodies that were perfect. We had filtration systems, but we also didn't have this type of chemical being breathed into our body. When we look at our food supply, our foods are filled with pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. And according to Dr. Colburn, over 13,000 chemicals, solvents, preservatives in our food supply. Again, the food that we're eating isn't living food, and it's full of chemicals that are entering our body and not getting out of our body. And our water, 188 million pounds of chemicals are discharged into our water supply. Our local water filtration units are good at getting a lot of the garbage out of our water, but they're not able to get out the small inorganics, which means what you're taking into your body through your water could be your neighbor's antidepressant, antipsychotic, their birth control, their hormone replacement therapy. And then we wonder why sometimes we have infertility on the rise. There's a lot of things that are getting into our bodies that really shouldn't. Now, my slides don't talk about some other chemicals that we have in our house when we clean our house and we do our spring cleaning. A lot of times we're using chemicals to clean our house that are all actually being breathed in or get onto our skin, and it gets into our body. And these chemicals are known to be mutagenic and cause cancer. So what has happened? We have a health crisis. We have an increased number of people taking prescription drugs, increased number of cardiovascular diseases, pulmonary diseases. We have new diseases like fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. These diseases weren't even around 20 years ago, and they are now flooding our clinics. These are diseases of toxicity. And we also have obesity on the rise, and we're going to learn how toxicity and obesity are linked. I haven't talked about the disease that scares me most, and that's cancer. 50 years ago, the statistic for cancer was 1 in 12 would develop cancer. What do you think that stat is today? 1 in 3? Is that what I heard back there? Okay. So in the States, it's 1 in 2. In Canada, it was 1 in 3. It's now approaching 1 in 2. Cancer has caught up to cardiovascular disease as the number one chronic degenerative disease. Now, we've poured a lot of money into cancer research. I think it's $35 billion over the past 25 years. It's a lot of money. You would think that that stat would be moving in favor of fewer of us getting cancer. Agreed? A lot of you probably know people who have struggled with cancer or perhaps died of cancer. And it's a disease that scares me because it can affect anyone at any time in their life. And we have young people all the way through to older people who are developing this awful disease. Our immune system seems to be failing us. Okay? And so a lot of health experts are asking themselves, why are our immune systems failing us? We seem to be making so many advances. Why are we not moving towards health and vitality? Instead, we're moving towards disease, death, illness. We want to get on the cruise ship, not into the nursing home, correct? Okay? So when we look at this, we have to say, perhaps there's something that's getting into our body that doesn't belong there, or something that's not entering our body that does belong there. So from the first part of this lecture, we know what's getting into our body that doesn't belong there, right? The chemicals, the toxins, the pollutants, all those things are carcinogenic, they're mutagenic, they're destroying our bodies, they're destroying our health, they're destroying our immune system. But there's something that's not getting into our body that really needs to get in, and that's proper nutrition. So there's a twofold problem here. We have toxins at a high and nutrition at a low. The foods that we are consuming are chemically processed, genetically modified, and they're nutritionally bankrupt. Now, if you were actually able to eat according to Canada's Food Guide, how do you think you'd be doing as far as nutrition went? Great? It's hard to get those 12 servings of veggies in though, right? For some people, it's not. Okay? The problem is that even if you were actually eating according to Canada's Food Guide, you're actually not getting the quality of nutrition in, and that's simply because the nutrition isn't in the food supply. So I'm very, very diligent with how I shop. I choose a lot of the fresh produce, and I think that I'm doing a really, really good job. But when you actually look at what's in some of those healthy foods that you're consuming, the nutrition isn't there that should be there. And I'm going to talk about a study that was done by UCLA, and it's going to demonstrate this point exactly. So in the 90s, UCLA conducted a study because a lot of women were being diagnosed with iron deficiency anemia, and their intake records showed no reason for this. They were consuming iron-rich foods like spinach. They didn't have increased blood losses, and so the researchers were baffled. It didn't make sense that they were developing this disease. So they thought, well, let's look into the food supply and see what nutrients are there or not. And they wanted to focus specifically on iron. So they looked at a sample of spinach that had been grown in the 50s in the LA soils, comparing it to spinach that had been grown in the same soils in the 90s. How many bowls of spinach do you think you needed to eat in the 90s? And this is like an older study now, because we're now, 2011, but this is back in 1997. How many bowls of spinach do you think you needed to eat in the 90s to get the amount of iron in one bowl of spinach in the 50s? Any ideas? Did I hear someone say 20? Good guess. Any other guesses? You know the answer to this. You're staying quiet. 43. Now, do you remember Popeye? When Popeye used to eat his spinach, he could do anything, right? Popeye could go forever. He was as fast as a steam engine. That's because he was eating spinach that was grown in the 50s. Popeye would be really slow moving if his spinach was being grown in the 90s. Why do you think there was such a difference in the nutritional content? Oh, and actually, before you answer that question, or I get you to attempt to answer that question, I want to let you know that this really concerned the researchers so much that they thought, well, let's look at more than just iron. Let's look at the other nutrients that were in the 50 sample and compare it to what is in the sample in the 90s. So they looked at other minerals, and they found that they were in decreasing proportions similar to that of iron. And some nutrients, some minerals that were in the sample grown in the 50s were no longer present in the sample grown in the 90s. So the point I'm trying to demonstrate here that yes, we still need to choose fresh fruit and vegetables and produce. It's very important to do that. But not necessarily are you getting the nutrition in those foods that were in there many, many years ago. Okay? So in any case, what we know is that we are not getting the building blocks in that support life. Okay, we need over 70 nutrients daily to support life, and we're not getting them into our bodies because they're not present in our food supply. So what do I mean by supporting life? Well, we need these nutrients in order to allow our immune system to function, to build those powerful antibodies that help fight off disease. We need those nutrients in order to create healthy cells, the healthy turnover of cells. We need them for our digestive enzymes, for every chemical process in your body. You need those building blocks. You've heard the docs at the clinic say that your body turns over 80 billion, Dr. Frank said 80 billion cells a day. 80 billion cells a day. So, as we're sitting here, our super intelligent bodies are turning over cells. So cells are dying, new cells are being created. What did you eat today? Because what you ate today is so critical. Because your body's turning over cells. And if you ate ding-dongs, you're going to have ding-dong cells. If you ate superfoods, you're going to have super cells. Does that make sense? You know the saying, you are what you eat? It's cliche. It shouldn't be cliche because it is so true. When you really grasp the concept of your body turning over 80 billion cells a day, every 7 years, every single cell in your body would have turned over once. Do you think the quality of nutrition you put into your body is important? So people will say, yeah, well, what I ate yesterday doesn't really matter. I'll do better today. The problem is that every single day you're turning over new cells. So you want to make sure that every single day you're giving your body the chance to put together the best cells, to have the strongest cell integrity in order to get you onto that cruise ship. Make sense? So we know that our chemical load is at an all-time high and that our nutrition is an all-time low, and there's a problem. We know our immune systems are failing us. Our bodies actually can't get rid of the toxins that are stored within us. And so we know that we are actually trapping those toxins within our body. They're trapped within our cells. A recent study has told us that our liver actually produces fat cells in order to encapsulate those toxins that our body can't get rid of. So yes, we still have, these organs that are functioning properly. They're just overloaded and they can't quite do their job. This is why many diets fail. When people are trying to lose weight, many diets fail because they will successfully shed the fat off their body. But if they don't get rid of toxins, their liver is just going to produce more fat cells in order to encapsulate those toxins. With nutritional cleansing, when you cleanse the toxins from your body, the fat will melt off and the liver will not have to make new fat in order to encapsulate the toxins that are left within. Does that make sense? Now, the program that I'm talking about is not a weight loss program. It happens to be the missing link to the weight loss mystery, but it's not a weight loss program. It's a health program. This is about getting you on the cruise ship to help you live the healthiest life ever, step into the healthiest life ever. I'm going to give away my age. I'm 41. I'm in the best shape of my life now than ever before. And I attribute that to the choices that I make because I want to get on the cruise ship. And if I don't pay attention to the choices that I make, I'm going to end up in the nursing home and I don't want that. So nutritional cleansing is something that is very important to me. And I searched very, very hard to find a program that worked for me, but that would work for all of you as well. That's the Isagenix system. And I'm going to talk to you about the products in this system to help you understand exactly what it is they do. Isagenix actually focuses on 3 of those 5 essentials of health that the chiropractors talk to you about. So Isagenix actually will help to build lean body mass. Okay, so the docs talk about oxygenating your body, building lean body mass. Okay, putting proper nutrition in your body, and we know that's important because those building blocks are responsible for replacing those 80 billion cells daily healthfully. Okay, and then the last component is helping to reduce and clear toxins from your body. Okay, have all of you been to some of the talks at the clinic, the Maximize Living talks? So this could be new for some of you, but Isagenix focuses on those 3 components. Okay, so Cleanse for Life. This product comes in liquid form or powder form, and it's in a base of aloe vera. So a lot of you may know about the healing properties of aloe vera. It's very anti-inflammatory. It's going to restore the health of your bowel. This is a mineral beverage, and so when you take this, those minerals are going to help pull toxins from those cells, break down the fat cuticle to allow the toxins to be unleashed into your body. But the other part of it is that if the toxins are unleashed into your body, you need to get rid of them. So through proper nutrition that you're getting from other components of this program, your organs of filtration will be able to eliminate those toxins from your body. Okay, so that's this product here. It's very important on this program. With Isagenix, there's basically 2 types of days. There's shake days and there's cleanse days. You only do 4 cleanse days a month. It's a modified fast, and you'll be using this product here on a cleanse day. Isagenix shake comes in chocolate or vanilla. This is my favorite product on the Isagenix program. The shakes are absolutely fabulous, delicious, incredible. 23 grams of undenatured whey protein. Now, I need to stress the importance of that undenatured whey protein. The amino acids are intact. That's why I'm in the best shape of my life, because I'm building muscle like I never did before. Why is that? When you put in undenatured whey protein, it helps your body assimilate that into lean body mass. And a lean body is a stronger body, it's a better looking body, it's a healthier body. Okay, makes sense? The other thing about this product here is that there's only 28 grams of carb. When I first tasted this shake, I didn't even know what it was that I was drinking. I just thought it tasted so delicious, and I thought, oh, it's kind of like a booster juice, like really, really yummy. It's got to have a lot of carb. I was actually anticipating probably about 80 grams of carb is what I thought. When I actually looked at the label and saw that there was under 30 grams of carb, only 28 grams of carb, I was shocked, because that's actually a beautiful balance. People with blood glucose challenges can handle this shake very, very well. It's fabulous. There's digestive enzymes in this product because the formulator, John Anderson, wanted to make sure that even people who have difficulty with digestion, and our digestion does deteriorate as we get older and older, he wanted to make sure that the quality of nutrients got into our bodies, into our cells, because that actually is what's going to help your body turn over your cells in a healthy way. And so there's digestive enzymes in here which make it living food. When you prepare this shake, you must drink it within 10 minutes because those digestive enzymes are already active at making this product available to your body. I want to talk about the kind of whey protein that's in here as well. So we know it's undenatured, but it's from New Zealand. It's organic. The cattle are pasture-fed. And any of you who have been to our lectures know that corn-fed cattle doesn't produce healthy quality product. We want to look for pasture-fed, and that's what we're getting in this product. So hormone, antibiotic-free, excellent quality. Okay, Ionic Supreme. This is the energy tonic. I'm going to talk a little bit about this, but I want to let you know that this also comes in a liquid form as well. This is the powdered version right here. So this is the energy tonic. It's the fatigue buster. It contains adaptogens. How many of you watch Dr. Oz? Have you heard Dr. Oz talk about getting more adaptogens into your body? It's something that's really big in the media right now. And adaptogens basically help your body cope and heal from stress. So this product will actually help to lower cortisol levels. And when you lower cortisol levels, it will help your body burn fat. So it's very important to take on the program. And this you will take every day, 1 scoop or 1 ounce daily on a shake day and on a cleanse day. A little bit more about adaptogens. The Russians, adaptogens have been known for a long time, but the Russians heavily studied adaptogens in the 60s, and they were using adaptogens to help their athletes perform at a higher level. And back then, the Russian athletes were winning all the gold medals in the Olympics, and they attribute that to the use of adaptogens in their training. Natural Accelerator. This is something that you're going to use every day on the program as well. This will actually help your body to burn fat. It accelerates your metabolism, but it has no harmful stimulants, no Wahang or ephedra. Everything in here is a natural thermogen from nature. So there's cayenne, green tea extract in this product. And this is basically like stoking a campfire. You know when you stoke that campfire, you can get it burning hotter, or when you put another log on your campfire, it'll get it to burn hotter. This gets your metabolism burning hotter. So that's going to help your body burn more fat. And again, remember, we're trying to burn fat to help release those toxins. Total body cleanse. So we have Isoflush. You know Saniflush? Saniflush cleans out the pipes. So this cleans out the pipes. And it's not going to keep you on the toilet, but it's going to help to loosen the mucoid plaques off the colon wall, which will also help your body to absorb nutrients better. When those mucoid plaques are gone, your body can absorb nutrients better. And this is really something that I would recommend using 1 to 2 capsules daily. If you find that you're constipated, you might want to use more. If you find that you're going the other way, then you might not want to use it every single day. But this is actually a very powerful product on this program. It also contains magnesium, and if you take this before bed, you will have such a restful sleep. You'll phone and thank me in the morning. So I figure if I'm going to be taking Isoflush, I'm going to take it at night before bed. So I'm helping to loosen those mucoid plaques, keep my bowels healthy, but also I've got 5 children. I need to sleep as well as possible. So I take this before bed. And these little snack wafers, they come in chocolate or vanilla, and they're a perfect mini meal. This is empty. They're about this big, and there's only 2 grams, there's 2 grams of protein, which is a lot for something that's only this big, and there's only 20 calories. So these can be eaten as snacks throughout the day, and they help manage your blood glucose levels, keeping them balanced. And again, anyone with blood glucose challenges would appreciate a product like this because it's going to help with their blood sugar control. But for anyone, this is a great product. And you can have this by itself. You could have it with a couple of nuts, or you can also have it with a small piece of fruit. And when you add a little bit of protein that you're going to get from this to the sugars, the natural sugars you're going to get from a fruit, you're actually helping your body to manage your blood sugar levels better on their own. And a lot of people think, well, I'm not diabetic. Why do I have to worry about that? Well, we don't ever want spikes in insulin, because when we spike our insulin, that's when our body lays down fat. So we all want to try and minimize the spikes that we have in insulin, and this is a great snack to help do that. Next question people have is, how much is the product? So the product can be sold 2 ways. We actually sell it at the clinic, and this product retails for $370. It works out to about $6.17 a meal. But you also can get it wholesale. To get it wholesale, it's like setting up an account at Costco. You would set up a membership with Isagenix to get your product at wholesale prices, and it's $268. The price has gone up $8 this year, so I need to update this slide. I apologize for that. How many of you think that $268 for a 30-day program is expensive? You all think it's not, like, do you think, put up your, because you know what, I've been doing this for long enough to know that people think it's expensive. Because a lot of people think about, oh, $268 on top of what I'm currently doing, how do I manage that? So this is where I need to tell you that this is replacing over 60 meals. So it's coming out of your grocery budget. So what you're currently allocating to your grocery is going to start going to Isagenix. On a shake day, you're going to be replacing 2 meals with your shake, and you're still going to be eating a meal. So you're replacing 60 meals. So a lot of that cost is what you would be spending in groceries. Where you spend more on Isagenix, you're going to be spending less in groceries. Okay, I can reassure you of that. Both my parents are on Isagenix, and they don't have much of a grocery bill at all anymore. But on top of that, that $268 is your nutritional cleansing program. It's your vitamin supplementation, because the quality of nutrition you're getting here, those building blocks, those vitamins and minerals, mean you don't have to take a multivitamin mineral supplement. It's your support system, and it's your cleansing program. So if you were actually to try and find something similar to this at some of the various clinics around the city, you'll find that this is probably half the price of what you're going to have to pay elsewhere. Okay, so according to a study that was done on a 9-day cleanse program, the average weight loss was 7 pounds in 9 days. Men generally lose a lot more than that. I would say very, very easily anyone can lose at least 5 pounds in 9 days, but 7 pounds was the average. And with Isagenix, the great thing is that we have real people taking these products and they're getting real results. Everybody gets excited about the weight loss. Again, I want to specify, clarify, it's way more than a weight loss program. I don't do this program for weight loss. I do this for health. I want to get on the cruise ship. So these are just some pictures of before and after. You can see that some of the people on the program didn't even really need to lose weight, but it did help them get leaner. I want to share with you right now my mom's story, because she's the reason why I'm standing here in front of you today. Let me see. So about 2 years ago, my mom came to me absolutely desperate to lose weight. She had been struggling for 6 years to lose weight, unable to lose a single pound in 6 years. She was actually, it was beyond not being able to lose weight. My mom couldn't maintain her weight and she was gaining weight. So none of her clothes fit her anymore. And she was becoming depressed because she had nothing to wear. My dad gave her money, said, well, go shopping. That will make you happy. He kind of wanted her to be quiet and just, stop complaining, go get some new clothes and be done with it. So I called my mom after she went shopping and I was really excited to hear about her shopping spree, because if Dr. Brent ever gave me some money to go shopping, I think I'd be really, really happy, right? For him to, instead of me having to ask him for money, for him to say, here's some money, go buy yourself a new wardrobe. I mean, which women wouldn't be happy with that? Well, my mom was crying. And I said, Mom, don't worry. I'll go with you next time. I'll help you find something. It's okay. She's like, no. She goes, you don't understand. She goes, I found clothes. But when I stood and looked at myself in the mirror, I couldn't stand who I saw. I didn't like who I had become, because she had expanded into a size that she had never been. She's not a very tall woman, and she was a size 16, 18, depending on what style she was trying on. And she couldn't believe it. She hated herself. She said, I hate myself. Well, as a daughter who's a dietitian, and I was a dietitian for 15 years, I felt pretty helpless because I should be able to help my mom. And I had tried to help my mom. We had sent her to naturopaths. We tried her on Weight Watchers. I put together programs for her. We modified the amount of carbs she was eating with the amount of protein she was eating. We were unable to get any weight off her. She was now desperate. Well, I had already been researching Isagenix for 6 months, and I said, okay, I'm ready to try this program because I need to see the research is one thing, but the proof is in the pudding. Let me do a 30-day program and let me see how I feel. So we did a 30-day program together, and in 4 months, she went down 4 clothing sizes. So from a 16 to a size 8 in 4 months. This is for someone who had been unable to lose weight. Now, the weight loss. Yes. Was she excited? Absolutely. She got to go and now have fun spending money that my dad gave her. And my dad said, I've got my Chiquita. Okay, he called her his little Chiquita. Everyone was happy. But you know what excites me more? I have my mom back. My dad has his wife back. My kids have their grandma back. She's a happy woman and she's a healthy woman. And so for me, that's what excites me. So for some of you who are motivated by weight loss, you will melt fat off your body. But as a healthcare professional, I'm more concerned about getting you on the cruise ship. Yes?
And so do we stay on this forever?
Yes or no. It's really up to you. It's kind of like your chiropractic care. I mean, do you have to go to your chiropractor for the rest of your life? No, it's your choice. A lot of you will. I still get adjusted regularly. It's really a choice. I'm here to educate you. When you feel as great as you do when you're on these products, you may decide to have 1 shake a day for the rest of your life. My mom has a shake every single day. I personally have 1 shake every single day, and I still do 1 to 2 cleanse days a month because I love the way I look and feel. Do you have to? No. Now the program that we just talked about, that's $268, if you do have a weight loss goal or you know you're extremely toxic, you're going to want to stay on that 30-day program until you get to your weight loss goal or until your body starts feeling really strong and you feel energized. And you will, when you cleanse impurities out of your body, you're going to have laser sharp focus, you're going to sleep better, you're going to have a ton of energy. When you start feeling that and you are at your weight loss goal, you're ready for maintenance. What's maintenance? It's about $150. It's 1 shake a day and 1 to 2 cleanse days a month. And at that point, you may choose to not even do cleanse days, but to have a little bit of that cleanse beverage every night before bed. So there's a couple of different ways that you can maintain. So you do not have to be on Isagenix for the rest of your life, but a lot of people choose to continue with it because it's fast, easy, convenient nutrition. All 5 of my kids are competitive dancers, and I always take Isagenix with me to our competitions because I don't want to go and buy pizza. I'd rather give them, their shake, or Isagenix also has bars as meal replacements because that's far better nutrition than I can ever get in a pinch at Burger King or McDonald's or, So to answer your question, no, you don't have to be. If you do stray from a program, because again, anytime you start a program, it's a lifestyle change. If you start getting back into your bad habits and start eating the toxic foods, that are going to create, again, a toxic body, you may have to do a 30-day program every once in a while to get yourself back. But by doing the 1 shake a day, 1 to 2 cleanse days a month, I don't ever have to worry about gaining weight. And I haven't actually been sick. It's been 2.5 years that I've been on Isagenix. I don't get sick anymore. So it's incredible. Yeah. If someone is a type 1 diabetic, then I modify a cleanse day for them because I don't want them to do a cleanse day. But I do have many people with blood glucose challenges who very, very easily can do the program because this meal is more balanced than the diabetic plan you can put together for yourself. So with Isagenix, you get a cleansing coach. That's the really cool thing about this program is that you get a cleansing coach. So someone will tell you exactly what to do. I've created a website that tells you exactly what to do on a shake day, exactly what to do on a cleanse day, and your coach will be there to remind you what you should be doing and to support you on especially your cleanse days because your cleanse days can be a little bit challenging because it is a modified fast. A modified fast is actually really, really important. If you look into ancient scriptures of any religion, you will find that they fasted. Many ancient tribes, they fast. Many ancient civilizations, some of the healthiest people in the world today, they fast. It's important to give your body rest because when you're filling up your body, and you've heard of how much material can accumulate in your colon, you really need to give your body a day of rest in order to recuperate itself for healing. So again, on a cleanse day, your coach is going to be there to kind of be your cheerleader and say, you can do it. It's almost time to go to bed, 2 more hours. And then the next day you feel like $1 million. So the 1 meal a day is around 400 to 600 calories. Your body really can't assimilate much more nutrition than that at one time. So the 400 to 600 calories is really what your body can easily handle. And you are also going to have snacks. And there's, again, a chart that we have on our site that will tell you choose 1 food from each column, and that's an example of a meal. But I'm going to tell you right now what an example of that 400 to 600 calorie meal is. So when you're sitting down, your carb portion, and carbs are what? Give me an idea of what carbs are. Pastas. Okay. Yeah, fruit, potato. Okay, let's leave vegetables and fruits aside for a moment. Let's talk about some of the other carbs though. So the complex carbs, bread, pasta, potato, okay, rice, the size of your fist, okay? Now, if you're a really large man and your fist is this big, it's about a cup, okay? So 3/4 of a cup to a cup, the size of your fist, that should be on your plate. Your meat portion, which again, if you can get pasture-fed organic meat, that's the best. Poultry, fish, you're looking at about the size of the palm of your hand, about, let's say, 5 ounces. Again, if your hand is super big, because some men have gigantic hands. You're looking at about maximum 2 decks of cards, okay? And the rest of your plate should be filled with vegetables. Just watch how much oil you put on them. So that's to give you an idea of a healthy meal. What is a healthy snack? A healthy snack, our bodies don't need a lot, okay? So, one of those snack wafers and let's say 6 almonds is a healthy snack. A hard-boiled egg is a healthy snack. Half a piece of fruit and one of those snack wafers is a healthy snack. And we have a list of healthy snacks on this website. The website is fabulous. So anyone who's interested will be assigned a cleansing coach, and I'm always there to supervise everyone. So if a cleansing coach can't answer any of your questions, then I'm always there to help, and I also do some coaching as well myself. So you'll get a cleansing coach, and if anyone is interested in starting the program, we can get the products to you within a couple of days. The nice thing about being connected with our clinic is if you ever run out of product, so let's say, for example, you've got a son, a daughter, a grandchild who wants to have some of your shake, please give it to them. It's healthy. Great snack for them. Great meal replacement for them. Share it with people. If you run out, the clinic always has extra on store, so you also can get the product at the clinic. If you do have an Isagenix account, we also will give you the product at wholesale pricing. I want to tell you a really, really funny story. And if you have questions, as I said, we are here, but this is a really funny story. I have absolutely everyone I know and love on this product. So my brother, did you guys know Dr. Frank's my brother? Did you know that? He's my baby brother. Yeah. He's my baby. He doesn't look, yeah. He hates when I say that, but I'm 10 years older than him. I've got the right to say that. So anyways, I have everyone in my family. Okay, so the 5 kids, Dr. Brent, my 2 brothers are on it. My older brother's family's on it. I have a community of 20 neighbors, and I have about 75% of my neighbors on it. All my friends are on this program. My dad, Italian, stubborn, likes to eat, said, "You guys are all crazy." He goes, "You guys want to do it? That's fine. I'm happy I have my little chiquita back, but I like my food. Not going to do it." So you know what? What does a child do? They just step back. Last year when we were in Mexico together, I was walking with my dad along the beach, and he was noticing some men without their shirts that had a big belly. And he's like, he says, "I don't like the way that looks." He said, "Do I look like that?" Well, I mean, for you to be asking me the question, obviously you must know that, yes, you're starting to look like that. He goes, "Well, I don't want to look like that. What can I do?" I'm like, "Well, just listen to me." So I made him a shake. I had one chance to sell my dad on a shake. So they had a condo in Mexico. We went back to the kitchen, and I made him a shake. Because I had only one chance to sell him on the shake, I snuck a little bit of Kahlua in it. I gave it to him. He said, "This is the best ever." So I got him hooked on Isagenix, and I weaned him off the Kahlua. My dad lost 30 pounds on Isagenix. And what my dad does, this is what he does for maintenance. He does 2 shakes a day, Monday to Friday. On the weekends, he eats whatever he wants. That's what he does for maintenance. So anyways, it works for him. It's convenient. He's a hairstylist. And you know what? He usually eats his meals at 3 o'clock because that's when he has time for lunch. Now he can make a shake, drink it back, and actually eat at a normal time. So anyways, I just thought I'd share that story because I still laugh about my dad. And he really is off the clue, I promise.